This episode of commandN, fake Twitter accounts, Facebook timelines for brands, and Ze Frank makes a comeback. Welcome to episode 253 of commandN. I'm Amber. We have a great show for you today from all across the web, but first a thank you to Hover. I've mentioned it before on the show, Hover is the best place to register your domain names. The thing that makes it so fantastic is the user experience. Really simple to sign up and get what you want really quickly. Also even better is their customer service, so you can actually talk to a real human being. For a great deal and a discount of 10% off, just go to commandN.hover.com, and thanks for your support. Facebook recently announced the timeline feature for brand pages. Now, many of us who have personal accounts on Facebook are very familiar with this feature that allows you to tell your personal story on Facebook with a nice big bold photo at the top of the page and a historical timeline that fills up the content from the middle of the page down. Well, now many brands like Coca-Cola are taking advantage of this timeline feature. The New York Times also has a really cool integration using this new feature from Facebook. Also, President Barack Obama is getting in on the action with his own historical timeline. This feature will be rolled out to all brand pages on March 30th. There's a new word in the social media world that you should probably start getting used to. It is called Pinfluence. Think about it like clout for the very popular site Pinterest. The idea being that you sign up for a service called Pinpuff. It's currently in beta. You can request an invite, and from there you can sign up so that you can measure your influence on Pinterest.
Together, we sent the running fool across the country and back. We dressed up our vacuum cleaners. We made remixes for Ray and the first Earth sandwich. What will we do next?
World Wide Web, Internet. Hi, I'm Ze Frank. In 2006, I had an online World Wide Web Internet entertainment show.
Back in the early days of podcasting, you may remember a show called The Ze Frank Show. This was one of my favorites. Well, the good news is that Ze Frank is coming back again. This time he's raising money for his new show on Kickstarter. Last time I looked, he had already raised more than $100,000. He's hoping to raise about $150,000 for his show that would allow him to travel to different cities that viewers recommend to be able to talk to interesting people in those cities. Needless to say, it should be a lot of fun.
Think Dora the Explorer meets Locked Up Abroad. Not really, but I will be covering foreign affairs.
Your head's too big for your tiny little face. Your head's too big for your tiny little face.
And hardline political issues. The solution to the abortion issue is simply as well as special interest topics like amateur taxidermy and botany. This is what happens when your dog eats a flashlight.
Twitter has been used in some pretty interesting ways, but what we're seeing more and more frequently now are parody or spoof accounts that are making fun of individuals or organizations. While this can be very entertaining, it's obviously frustrating for those who are being parodied.
Twitter has tried to get around this by creating a verification process for accounts, but that's not always foolproof. And just ask Wendy Deng, Rupert Murdoch's wife, who had an @WendyDeng account that was live and authenticated by Twitter until it was revealed as a fake. Perhaps the most visible fake account in recent history may be @BP Global PR, which has almost 4.5 times the number of followers as the real BP America account, and who tweeted after the massive British Petroleum Gulf of Mexico oil spill that catastrophe is a strong word. Let's agree to call it a whoopsie daisy.
Another popular target are politicians. The latest world leader to get on the Twitter platform is French President Nicolas Sarkozy. And just before his account launched very recently, a couple of major parody accounts were shut down, including _Nicolas Sarkozy and Sarkozy ça suffit. Twitter's terms of service state that any parody account must be clearly labeled as such, and these ones were, so it's kind of confusing why they were shut down. _Nicolas Sarkozy has been reinstated, but there's only one tweet there, and it points users to Nico Sarko _fake.
And you'll see a lot of account names that explicitly include fake or some other word that lets you know that they're parody accounts, makes them easy to distinguish, such as @TheFakeCNN or @NotZuckerberg, which posted that a Google Plus account is like a piece of home exercise equipment. You have one, you never use it, and you know nobody else uses theirs either. Ouch.
The fake Twitter account I have my eye on right now is fake Elsevier, which is spoofing the scientific publisher of e-journals, Elsevier. There's been a boycott of Elsevier's works by scientists and authors who do a lot of work for these publications for free, peer reviewing and cleaning up a lot of the copy that goes through and is resold by Elsevier to libraries and other researchers. @fake Elsevier takes a sarcastic angle on this issue, raising awareness of what's going on in the scientific community.
And you can check out the commandN blog for more details on these and other accounts. And we'd love it if you could let us know what you think Twitter should be doing about parody accounts. How do you handle that? And share a few of your favorites with us as well in the comments or on our social media platforms.
My favorite fake Twitter account is Angie's Right Leg. This first became popular after the Oscars. Last time I looked, Angie's Right Leg had more than 50,000 followers. And yes, this is all about following along with Angelina Jolie's right leg. A little weird, I know. Now let's check in with Jeff for his hot stuff review.
Just a quick review of Griffin Technologies' new Elan Form case. This is one of the lovely woven vinyl textile cases from Trent Killian, and it looks fantastic. It's durable, it's easy to clean. They just cost $39.99. I think it's a really nice case. You can find a few different varieties of it on their website. It's got a few different colors and textures on the back. Like I said, it protects your iPhone and it looks fantastic. So check it out, Griffin Technologies' Elan Form Chilewich case.
We love to feature your photos, videos, and web pics on the show. This week we have a viewer submission from Trent in Colorado.
What's up, commandN team? It's Trent down here in Colorado. Just wanted to let you know about a new app that's available on the iPhone and on the Android. It's called Vonage Mobile. It essentially allows you to create free calls and texts to anybody else that has the app downloaded on their device. You're probably wondering, how's that different from Skype? Well, essentially it's a much more user-friendly experience. It leverages your current existing contact list on your phone and lets you know who else has the app, so who you can call or text for free. Also, if you're contacting somebody that has a landline or doesn't have that device, or a compatible device, that's going to cost you about 30% less than it does on Skype currently. And then also purchasing credits is a much more seamless experience too. Uses your existing iTunes account or your existing Android Marketplace account credits. So you can buy them directly through there. Rather than with Skype, you have to actually go onto the website, log into your account, purchase the credits through the website, etc. Calls and texts run through your existing data network, so you can connect via Wi-Fi, 3G or 4G. But Vonage says that the call quality is high definition audio, so you shouldn't have a lot of those troubles you might with some of the other services out there. Hope all is well up north. Have a good one.
If you want to send us a web pic or a viewer video, all you have to do is email info@commandN.tv. You can also leave a link in our comments area on our website, commandN.tv. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Like your clout score on Pinterest. The idea fight, it's currently in beta, but once you are able to get an invite, why am I such a doofus?
Allow me to pen my exposition.